My wife hates it when I have fun. I got married 2.5 years ago. We've been together for 7 years before that. We've been having some issues lately. So if my wife comes into my room or in the house and sees me sitting, relaxing, or playing Xbox, she will start making chores for me to do, and sometimes I'll literally already have done them just to get me away from these things. I used to do them all no question, but the more I think about it, the less I want to or feel inclined to do it. For example, she is not a morning person, so I usually take care of our son from 8 o'clock in the morning until noon, which isn't what we agreed on in the beginning, and really is doing a toll on me not being able to sleep, but she genuinely doesn't care. Anyway, this morning when we heard him get up, she started barking at me to go get him, which is weird because I always get him in the morning. I tell her I'm tired, and I get up and I go get my son. My son has this thing where he pulls me in the crib and wants me to lay with him, and I complied. He's smiling and giggling as we're just talking to each other. She walks in and says, "You know you're 185 pounds, and you can't be laying in that bed." She also said this right before she went straight back to bed, so she literally only said this to me just to be mean. I replied, "Well, babe, you laid in the crib with him 3 nights ago. Isn't that the same thing?" She says, "You weigh 180 pounds, then proceeds to tell me I'm the biggest regret of her life and should have never married me. Why? She literally always tells me I do nothing. I clean up literally every mess my boy makes. Like I follow him and clean as he's playing, cause she freaks out when she wakes up and there's a mess from him playing. Claims I should clean behind him as he plays to ensure a clean house. It's like everything is an issue and nothing is good enough. Also, let me just add that we are financially stable. I make the money and she just spends it. I really don't know why she is so disgusted with me. Granted, I have issues, but I don't hit her. I don't cheat. I think I'm a good father. I just really can't find out what her problem is." This is a tragic situation because it sounds like the wife is just absolutely not engaged in this relationship, let alone in being a mother. I'm not saying that she has to be involved with her kid 24/7, but it sounds like she just doesn't want to take care of him at all. I'm sure there's two sides to this coin, but from what's being described, this is really sad. There's a lot of red flags here, especially her saying that her husband is the biggest regret of her life. What a terrible thing to say to somebody. He should honestly be concerned that his marriage is probably in danger. Couples therapy needs to happen like right away so she can talk about what's going on and start on the road of repairing some kind of relationship. From what I've read, it looks like the guy's trying to be a good father and he's just trying to take care of his kid, but his wife is really not chipping in and helping in the slightest. So in all honesty, these two better work their problems out, or else a divorce is probably incoming.
The full version of this story is on the Am I the Jerk YouTube channel, and there's a link to that down below in the description. And if there are any updates to this story, they'll be there in the same link. I'm sure by now a lot of you guys realize that a ton of these stories are actually submitted by you, the person listening. And there's no special requirement to submit a story. You yourself could submit a story right now if you wanted to. It can be completely anonymous. In fact, that's encouraged. And that way you can freely and openly share the most juicy secrets of your entire life if you want to. So how do you do it? Just go to AmITheJerk.com/submit. Make sure you read the rules before posting, but that's it. You just go to AmITheJerk.com/submit, read the rules, and post your story. Then you can check back on future videos to see if your story made it or not.